Good evening, viewers. Today we have Dr. Vinod with us. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So today there's lots of interesting news, Dr. Vinod. So we'll start with the first piece of news, and that's about Imran Khan. So, refuting the rumors about Imran Khan's death, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Senator Khurram Zishan on Saturday said the former Prime Minister is alive and currently lodged in Adiala jail. He added that Khan is being kept in isolation as a tactic to pressure him into leaving Pakistan. Speaking to ANI from Pakistan, Khurram Zishan, who is affiliated with Imran Khan's party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, said the regime in the country is threatened and scared of Imran Khan's popularity, which is why they have not allowed any pictures or videos of him to be released. Earlier this week, several social media handles from Afghanistan claimed that Imran had been murdered inside Rawalpindi's jail. Is Asim Munir afraid of Pakistani public, Dr. Vinod?
I don't know whether Asif Munir is afraid of the public, but I think he is definitely afraid of Imran Khan, because even now, even when he is within the jail, I think he is the most powerful political leader currently in Pakistan. So probably he is the only person or only political person who can create or bring his people into the roads, even against military. I think Asif Munir is clearly aware of that. So in that situation, I think the whole thing started when three of his sisters were in front of the jail, beaten up by Pakistan police when they tried to see Imran Khan. I think that started the whole thing, and promptly Afghan handles tweeted this, that Imran Khan is dead. Of course, I think Afghanistan is having an issue with Pakistan, and they will not spare any opportunity to create uncertainty or instability in Pakistan. So they promptly used it, since it is Afghanistan and since Asif Munir is gaining a lot of power. I think people took it up and it went viral. I think that is what has happened. I really don't know whether Imran Khan is dead. Like, according to the official reports and even the PTI people say, what you just said, I think he is probably alive, but I think he is kept in very severe isolation without allowing any pictures, without allowing any video. He is not. Actually, I think Pakistan courts have allowed his relatives, wife and sisters sons to be with him at least once in a week. I think that is not being allowed for quite some time, for many, many weeks. And that has increased doubts regarding his health. Whether they will execute him inside the jail, it is something which could be very, very dangerous even for Asif Munir. Because whenever there was a news that his health is in trouble or something has happened to Imran Khan, there were riots on the roads of Pakistan. Asif Munir is very, very clearly aware of that, though he has been elevated to all in command and given a lot of legal immunity even to prosecute him in future. I think he is really afraid about the public influence Imran Khan is having even from within the jail. So I think they are trying to isolate him in that Adaila jail, and either they want him to quit politics or they want him to go to another country. I think that is what they are trying to do. But this could have far-reaching effects.
Yeah, but it's very common that in Pakistan they do not care about what is the law, what rules are applicable, because you remember even Benazir's father was slowly poisoned when he was in jail. So I think in Pakistan these things are all very common. They do not care much, as you said. They are not scared of anybody. They are only scared that what will be the reaction or the repercussions. That's all. And other than that, they have especially people like Asim Munir have no humane feelings at all.
Yes, but then when people rise from everywhere in the country on the street, it could be dangerous. I don't think he is afraid of any other thing, because he has been given a lot of power, chief of all the defense force. Then there is another very interesting thing which we have not discussed. Like, he has been given immunity against any future legal litigation for the actions he is taking during this. Is given full control of all the armed forces, including the nuclear weapon, if it is there. So now what he fears is this uprise by the general public. And it could happen because Imran Khan was a very favorite cricketer. He was actually a good politician, reasonably good politician among at least Pakistan people, among the Pakistan leaders, which are in the recent past. He is a good leader, and that is what he is afraid of. And I really doubt whether he will be foolish enough to kill him suddenly, like what you said, slow poison or slow death, or forcing him to exile. That could be the strategy of Asif Munir.
Yeah. Moving on to the next piece of news. Now, senior Congress leaders Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi have been charged with criminal conspiracy in the National Herald money laundering case. The charges are part of a fresh first information report filed against 6 people, including the Gandhis, by the Economics Offence Wing of the Delhi Police. The FIR also named Sam Pitroda, Suman Dibey, Sunil Bhandari, and an unknown individual along with 3 companies: Associated Journals Limited, Young Indian, and Dotex Merchandise Private Limited. It alleges a criminal conspiracy to fraudulently take over the Associated Journals Limited, the parent company of the now defunct National Herald newspaper. Your comments on that, Dr. Vinod?
I think ED was behind them for some time, I think 2023 onwards. But now, the case which is already in the court is by the ED. Actually, the court is going to take a decision whether to take cognizance about that, I think, on December 16th. But this is a totally different situation. ED has limitation. Now, according to the reports of the ED, Delhi Police Economic Offence Wing, EOW, has filed a fresh FIR on the 3rd of December. That is 3rd of October. That is something which is very, very serious. Because Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi has been charged with criminal conspiracy, that is 120B, cheating 420, criminal breach of trust 406, and dishonest misappropriation, that is 403. This is something which is different. This is a case being filed by police, and that could have very serious implications on his future. So the FIR filed by the ED is slightly different. That is probably an economic offense. But this is actually a criminal offense. As I said, criminal conspiracy, cheating, criminal breach of trust, and dishonest misappropriation means they can go to jail in future. And it has been taken against 6 individuals and 3 companies like Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Sam Pitroda, Suman Dubey, Sunil Bhandari, one unknown individual, and 3 companies like Associated Journal Limited, Young Indian, and Dotex Merchandise Private Limited. They think the charges are very, very grave. And that's actually just an FIR has been put. A lot of things has to come, but then it could be very, very dangerous for all these people. That is what I think.
Yeah. So there is a piece of news, I don't know, Dr. Vinod, whether you followed it. It's a breaking news that Delhi police has asked private hospitals to provide details of doctors who completed their MBBS in Pakistan, Bangladesh, UAE, and China, and are currently practicing in Delhi.
I think this is, a natural, I have not heard about this, but I think it is a natural investigation which will follow, because many doctors, especially who had foreign connection, especially with these countries, are being targeted by this intelligence agencies outside India, and they are being probably manipulated to get into some sort of a thing. It is quite possible. It's not only against them. It's actually many doctors are being followed up, because since this has come from a connection and the numbers they got from these people's phone, and I think that is a very natural event, because now India has to go all out. Our national agencies has to go all out in getting the real truth out of this. I think they are very serious about it. It's quite natural.
Yeah, especially as you said,
Because
now
you know that resin case the poison which they tried to manufacture, very dangerous poison, that the Gujarat ATS has investigated and found out that is by a doctor who has studied in China. So probably whoever has studied in China, they could have made some connections there. If anybody has, I don't know how many of us Indians will be there in Pakistan or Bangladesh to study medicine, but China, of course. But if there is a possibility, I think they are looking into China, Bangladesh connections and Pakistan connection of the doctors.
Yeah.
Who have traveled to Pakistan, who have met somebody in Dubai or any other place, or even Turkey. This probably people can go for pleasure trip to Dubai, pleasure trip to Turkey, which many Indians often go. I think connections are made there.
Also, I think the stringent measures, for getting admission into Indian medical colleges forces these people to go to all sorts of places to get, to study medicine, even where countries where they don't speak English. I mean,
Georgia, Russia. See, it's if you need an opportunity to meet people from India, isn't it? So any opportunity, that is what I said. No, people who are working, like we discussed actually this long time back, when Pakistan made a connection with Saudi, we discussed something that now people will be under scrutiny, because if Saudi is joining Pakistan on a military level, there are opportunities there in Saudi, so that Pakistan can meet or recruit certain Indians from Saudi Arabia. So they will be under scrutiny. That's what we discussed long time back when that thing happened. So similarly, when Indians, whether it is doctors or engineers, going outside to another country, they have a great opportunity to meet and recruit susceptible ones. So that is the most important thing.
Yeah. So one of the viewers, Bharani, is asking with regards to National Herald, I guess, why not on Priyanka Vadra? Why action is not being taken on Priyanka Vadra?
I think, primarily it is because 76%, I don't know how many of the people are really aware of what has happened in National Herald case. See, they floated a company called Young Indian, probably with a very small capital of 5 lakhs. Then this Dotex and actually Congress has actually given around 90 crore rupees over years to promote the publication, to help the publication of that National Herald, but it failed. So it was actually on a defunct state. And then there was this company, Young Indian, where 76% of the shares are being held by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. To this Young Indian, 1 crore rupee was donated by this Dotex merchandise something, which is considered as a shell company. So 1 crore was given to Young Indian. And out of that, using 50 lakhs, they brought probably nearly all the shares of that AGL, which owned the National Herald. The problem is, National Herald has around holding around assets worth around 2,000 crores. So when 50 lakhs were used to buy out property which is worth 2,000 crores, then that was a problem. This AJL is actually, the shares are held by many people. And since it was a company which is publishing National Herald, during the time, from the time of Nehru and Congress rule, lot of freebies were given to them at a very, very subsidized land, many other things were given. Now all these properties are being handled by Young Indian, and they are getting rented rental income. They are supposed to be a non-profit organization. So there are many allegations against these people, and I think Priyanka is not directly involved in the share as a shareholder. That is why the case is being filed against these people.
Yeah.
But it's actually a very complicated issue. Many of the people, laymen, will not even understand what has gone through. I have gone through that, but I think that is very tedious to discuss with this forum. It's actually a very complicated case. That is where they are saying they have laundered money. Yeah. And around 900 crores were actually siphoned off or something. That is what the...
Yeah. So moving on to...
Misappropriation or something.
Yeah. To the person who's always in the news, we're talking about none other than Shashi Tharoor. Now, Congress Working Committee member and MP Shashi Tharoor skipped the Congress Strategic Group meeting chaired by Sonia Gandhi ahead of the winter session of Parliament. However, the office clarified that he was in Kerala and traveling with his 90-year-old mother on a later flight. Tharoor had recently missed a Congress meeting called on the FIR issue, citing ill health, but his presence at a Prime Minister Narendra Modi event a day earlier, along with Instagram posts praising the Prime Minister, raised questions within the party. Following his comments on PM Modi, he faced the heat from the other leaders of the party. Now, what I also noted was in Facebook, he was celebrating his mother's 90th birthday. So perhaps that what he said was true. So please comment on this, Dr. Vinod.
See, missing one meeting is not a big thing. But Shashi Tharoor missing a meeting of very strategically important Congress meeting is a problem, especially when it is happening in the second time. That is the issue. So Shashi Tharoor script that Congress strategical group meeting, which was ahead of the winter session of Parliament, where they were discussing strategy. He's a good orator. So he is a person who they depend upon. But then, and this was chaired by Sonia Gandhi also, attended by Congress leaders. And as I said before, this is, as you said also, it is the second meeting which he missed. The first time it was against SIR, that Special Intensive Revision. So what has happened that day, he said he is not well. But the next day, he attended that meeting where PM Modi ji spoke on that. There's a very... I think Ramnath Goenka lecture by PM Modi. And immediately he attended that. And not only that, he gave a comment in the social media saying that Modi gave a powerful cultural and economic message. And he also praised PM Modi's call to shed that colonial mindset. So that irritated many Congress leaders. If you remember, Sandeep Dikshit said, see, why is still remaining in Congress and not going to BJP if Modi is so inspiring? And our Supriya Shirinde said, no, question why? See, basically, Modi has criticized Congress. But even then, why he is actually praising Modi's speech? So naturally, there is a lot of discussion and unhappiness about the way he speaks. See, you can't just catch the reins of Shashi Tharoor because he has been MP from Trivandrum for 4 times. They are not giving him any like significant role that Shashi Tharoor knows very well. Probably is slowly trying to realign himself with something else, whether within the Congress or creating a faction of the Congress, or probably like a higher like visions of joining some other party. We don't know. And they are not able to handle him. Actually, that is the problem. Congress, if it was anybody else, he would have been thrown out. But with his reputation, you see, now Congress has nearly lost almost all Hindi-speaking areas. Now they have Karnataka and some hold in Kerala. Even from Kerala, it is shrinking due to many reasons. Now, and the elections are coming. And if Shashi Tharoor Shashi Tharoor is making such comments, it is a very clear indication to so-called neutral people, youngsters, female voters, or even people are having unbiased views, they could be influenced by Shashi Tharoor's this strategy. People are smart enough to get the message. No, he is saying, I was with my mother, I was actually on a plane, but the plane was late and all. You can't say such things. No, you can't say, and that too second time. And it is not the second time. He has been making such comments all throughout. He wants Congress party to throw him out of the party. But that they won't do, because then they will lose a seat from Trivandrum. So I think it is more complicated than that, what we think.
Yeah. It also reminds you of children, when they don't want to go to school, they'll come out with different excuses.
Absolutely, probably something like that. You can't say anything. You can't throw your children out. Similarly, they can't throw Tharoor out, but Tharoor is creating problem. Definitely creating problem.
A candid question here, Dr. Vinod. What I've noticed is that women in Kerala are, they get swayed by Shashi Tharoor more than any other state. What is the reason?
See, personally speaking, what I have observed, females in general are actually get biased by intellectual people, whether it is literary people or with the words, the charisma, and the way he speaks. Probably, I think it's a universal phenomena that it is because we have not studied females. That is a real reason. I think they get easily swayed by these things. The intellect of a person, the charisma of a person, the way he speaks, the way he deals with people.
Yeah, but the average Malayali woman is highly intelligent.
Yeah, but then they can't see. You look at the other political party leaders. Naturally, Tharoor will have a stance apart, isn't it?
You're comparing with the other politicians.
Yeah, see, ultimately, when you look at a politician, you compare among the others, no?
Yeah, very true.
When they open their mouth, probably not only females, every person will know what they are speaking, not the truth. They are biased. They are actually colored. They have their ulterior motives. So when in such a situation, when somebody is speaking intellectually, smartly, politely, like in the right tone, naturally people, I'm not saying females alone, even youngsters, youngsters and so-called neutral people. See, if I'm a politically biased person, if I'm an extreme leftist or an extreme rightist, or even an extreme Congress person, I will not I will not listen to Shashi Tharoor. But if I am a so-called neutral guy, if I am a probably educated guy, if I am a youngster, if I am a female, probably it's not a blanket statement, but I think they have that. You ask, like probably if you take a secret vote, who are his most followers? I'm sure females will be more than men. Probably
so,
men are having slight, what do you call that?
Envy.
Envy also to him, isn't it?
Also, Dr. Vinod, see, you were saying that, Congress is scared to push him out because, see, he knows a lot of secrets. Even during the time of Sunanda Pushkar, see, what has actually happened, he can blurt it out, right?
See, he is a smart diplomatic person. He is a smart, intelligent person. So he knows, probably he has thought about all these things. What could happen if they throw me out? What could happen if I go and join some other party? He knows. He is smart enough to think on these lines, isn't it? He's not a nobody. He has gone to so many countries. He has got a lot of exposure. He's got a lot of intellect. He probably thought process is there. So probably he is playing it smart. I can't find fault with him. See, ultimately, the problem with the Congress is they are not recognizing a person smarter than Rahul Gandhi. That is a problem. If a person is smarter than Rahul Gandhi and they are not giving complete allegiance to Rahul Gandhi or the Gandhi family, he's out. You look
but
at
then everybody is smarter than Rahul Gandhi.
But then the allegiance is there. The allegiance is there. Here the problem is he is standing separately. He has his own
Yeah.
personality and he is
Yeah.
not ready to sacrifice or
Bow down.
I think that is the problem.
Yeah. Moving on to the next piece of news, we're talking about the eternal dance between tango between these two people. We're talking about DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. You see each one of them on the front foot after every 5 seconds, and they keep saying that. See, DK Shivkumar comes out with things like words have no value and all that, and they because he was promised the chief minister post after midterm. Now that is not being taken seriously, and Siddaramaiah also is saying that see you have it in the next next elections. So now what's happening in this case? He's nowhere. He's saying that nowhere have I made any comments or expressed a difference of opinion with the CM. Is what DK is saying. So if there were no differences, why were they, jumping to Delhi every flight they could get hold of? They were flying to Delhi and saying they want to meet the high command. Now, who is the high command? Is it Sonia Gandhi or is it Rahul Gandhi?
I really don't know. Probably, I think still Sonia Gandhi is the high command, even though Rahul is the opposition leader, or even Garge is there as their national president. I think still Sonia Gandhi is in power, the real high command. You know why? In that meeting, previously we just talked about that their strategic meeting previous to the winter session of Parliament. It was Sonia Gandhi who was chairing. So who is the high command? She decides the strategy. And I don't know whether Rahul Gandhi is capable of creating or deciding a strategy or guiding a strategy. I really don't know. But I'm sure Sonia Gandhi is capable of that. So probably Sonia Gandhi is the real high command. That is what I think. Anyway, see, as you said, it is a tango between two, or the clash between two titans. Each of this, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah being the CM, and Shivakumar being the state Congress president and the deputy CM, are very powerful people. These are two definitely powerful people. We are actually, if we are discussing it after the breakfast meeting which has happened on Sunday, we are wrong. As you said, we have even discussed in our talk that there was, I don't know, it is all hearsay. There is no proper agreement. After 2.5 years, Siddaramaiah was supposed to hand over the chief ministership to DK Shivakumar. And probably he wanted 6 more months. That is why, and he wanted a reshuffle of the ministry. That is why he went to Delhi and met Rahul Gandhi. Then the other person also went. So then there were a series of discussions, meeting Garge, meeting K.C. Venugopal. And I think K.C. Venugopal is supporting DK Shivakumar. And Rahul Gandhi is supporting Siddaramaiah, and Garge is probably caught between these two. So ultimately, what we can understand after the Saturday meeting, especially after his very interesting release, saying that being a party president, I know my limits. Nowhere I have made any comments. There is no difference between me and the CM. So all are working together. That means a temporary arrangement has been made. That is what we should infer. For the time being, they are smart people. They are not actually saying it publicly. Many times what happens is DK Shivakumar never says something directly. He uses his supporters or specific persons to say what he wants to say. So they are smarter politicians rather than probably what we see in any other state. So they are not coming out openly and saying things in the TV channel against each other. That's a very good, very smart move. So I think after the break, and when both of them have gone and met whoever is the high command, and finally probably they have asked them to meet and settle it themselves. So probably an arrangement is already being made. We don't know what exactly is the arrangement. Probably we'll see it in the coming days. Probably they have met and negotiated who all will be probably the implementation of the guarantee schemes, appointments to board and corporations, discussions on that caste census is coming up, their strategy on how to handle BJP, because I think Karnataka is where Congress is really holding power right now. No, though in Kerala they are strong, they don't have power. They are not very sure whether Congress will be coming to power in Kerala. in the third time, even after probably CPM may win even after the third time, even for the third time. So how to handle BJP is a very, very important thing. And Karnataka is probably their only fort right now. So there are upcoming local body elections, budget provisions have for priorities for 20,000 this year and next year has to be decided. So they have to settle it. And probably they have given a very smart message that everything is settled for the time being. I would say time being, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on to the flights. Now, flights operating near Delhi and several other major airports have encountered GPS spoofing and GNS interference over the past year. The union government informed the parliament on Monday. The disclosure came through a written response from Civil Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu in the Rajya Sabha, outlining both the scale of incidents and the tightening of aviation safety measures.
Now, with announcement of Mr. Ram Mohan Naidu, Civil Aviation Minister in the Parliament today, this has become official. It was all hearsays. Nobody has ever confirmed it so far because it's a very, very serious issue. And it has, and what is being said, it is not only happening in Delhi, it is happening in Mumbai, it is happening in Kolkata, Amritsar, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Chennai. It's a very, very serious thing. I don't know how many of our viewers are really aware about this GPS spamming or blocking or GPS spoofing. Both are spoofing is they are totally different. GPS blocking means the pilot will know that GPS is not working. But when it comes to GPS spoofing, signals are sent from earth or from the land, and the pilot will be taught and the system will be totally misled, and the pilot will not even know that he is being misdirected. That is the danger of this thing. In GPS blocking, pilot will know that GPS is not working. The other thing, the GPS spoofing will misguide the pilot and can create a crash of the transport vehicle. That is very important. So this global position satellite system, global positioning system is being by the USA. Like Russia there is something called GLONASS, and European Union has something called Galileo. China has video, and India also have it. Like it's called NAVIC. So these are the systems which are used for the like what we use in car. I think the like transport flights and as well as the fighter planes use this to find the direction, to find the height, everything regarding just like we use GPS properly in car. I use it a lot, so I'm very well aware of that. So something if it is sometimes if it shows that you are flying at probably 35,000 and you are at 10,000, it could be a big problem, isn't it? So the spoofing is a very, very serious thing, and it is happening at what they say is 500% it has increased all over the world, especially in certain regions. So whether it is a war strategy, whether they are trying something, whether our enemy countries are trying something, testing their GPS interfering, whether it is satellite or whether it is from the earth, we don't know. So we need to be extremely careful, and probably we should use other than GPS methods. Like there are many other methods like ILS, like instrument and landing system, many other things. So that we should use in case of an emergency, and we should train our pilots on about this possibility. That is most important thing. Especially,
in fact, a flight, In fact, a flight going to UAE, it had serious problems and it came back to Kerala. So, is it also, Dr. Vinod, a method to frighten people from traveling by air?
It could be many things. It could be, naturally people are worried, especially with the Airbus grounding. There was a big issue for the Airbus, and all 6,000 Airbuses that A20 I think it is A20. A20 Neo were grounded for updating that was a totally different issue, updating the software so that there is protection from the solar something, radiation or something. See, the flights were flying like that for such a long time. 6,000 flying every day and night throughout the sky. And there could be a problem with this. There could have been a problem. I think, as I understand, the flight dropped from 35,000 height to 10,000 height, dropping of 25,000 feet because of this issue. That is why they grounded everything, and they probably just lucky enough to, though many people were injured during that free fall, around 15 of them were injured, and luckily nothing happened. They regained control when it reached the 10,000 feet above the earth. So that is why we don't know. We use a lot of electronics. So there are very vast going on. They could be testing certain things. They could be testing whether this is possible to spoof when it comes. We don't know. They could have just tried and settled. We really don't know what all could happen. And electronic warfare is something which we need to be really worried. And another important thing is, already people have a fear of flying. Many people have fear of flying, but many times they just survive that.
Yeah.
I know so many people who can't fly. So it's actually creating more trouble for the air passengers. Yeah. There is no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
But I think one thing we should tell, that no flights have been ever spoofed or created or landed without I'm not saying landed, crashed because of this. So people could take or air passengers to take a slight relief out of that.
Yeah.
But they are doing so many other things. There are many other things which can be used if there is a spoofing, provided we identify the spoofing.
So when a country like Pakistan has so many natural resources, they can become a very, very rich country. Instead of doing something to make their people, proud of their country, these are the things they are, resorting to with enemy countries like Turkey. And these are some of the problems that India is facing.
We don't know whether it is Pakistan. It could be somebody else also. We are not very sure.
Yeah. So one of the viewers has just clarified that Priyanka is not among AJL shareholders. So thank you for
that's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So thank you, Vinod. A very nice conversation as usual. So we'll see you next week. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.